Hello everyone, I am sJourney. This channel delivers the tips on how I made a V-shaped recovery in my life. Thank you all very much, really. It's thanks to you all that when I send out a message, around 30,000 people watch it, which is a world I couldn't have imagined back then. Back then, about 5 years ago, I had become a company employee and didn't even know about YouTube. But since then, various things have happened. I encountered various things like this. Recently, I started to call myself a YouTube producer, but originally, I never thought of myself that way. I just thought of it as being behind the scenes of YouTube. I began to identify as a YouTube producer after people around me started calling me that. It feels like I just recently started saying that. For those who know me, I don't know how everyone views me, but now I am on YouTube. I am involved in producing work for various teams, including World 1L, YouTube University, and the Sakuraba Tsuyuki office, as well as the Keisuke Oshima office, among many others. My life changed significantly when I turned 35. Recently, many people have expressed a desire to be like me. However, I think a lot of people feel that it might be difficult to become like me all of a sudden, so today, I would like to create a longer video while incorporating various workshops. I would be really happy if you could share your thoughts on the video in the comments section. First, regarding my past situation, I was born and raised in a very rural town called Izawa in Nagano Prefecture. I moved to Tokyo during university and became a working adult, then lived in Saitama. I did various things such as getting on the peace boat, working in sales, and working in marketing. After doing various jobs, this is where I am now. At that time, I really felt out of place in society. When I graduated from university and was in my first year as a new employee, I always felt like someone was watching me, and I was afraid that someone would point out my mistakes. I lived in constant fear, feeling suffocated and out of place. There was always anxiety in my heart, and at times it would swell up in my chest, especially at night when I returned home from work and was alone in my room. When anxiety arose, I often wondered if this was okay, which made me very anxious and unable to sleep, so I would go to the convenience store. The reason I went to the convenience store was that it was bright. Seeking a bright place, I would go to the convenience store and spend some time observing the people coming and going, listening to the ping-pong sound of the entrance and feeling the fluorescent lights. I would think, I'm not alone, and then return home to sleep. I lived that kind of life and I had no friends within the company. I never had friends, but especially after I started studying psychology, I became even less suited for a regular company. I was mocked and given a nickname like Guru. Despite that, now I get to work with incredibly wonderful people. Speaking of wonderfulness, when I was 35, I started interpreting, but before that, when I was a salaryman, I kept a dream notebook where I would write down my thoughts almost every day. I wrote in my notebook that I wanted to work with wonderful people like Matsuyuki-san, Kutaru-sensei, and Keisuke Oshima. I am now able to work with many amazing people. Speaking of how wonderful they are, do you know about the Red Dream Notebook? I used to keep a dream notebook. Let me explain how to use it. First, prepare a red notebook. It can be from anywhere, even from Daiso. You write in it with a red pen. What you write are your dreams. For example, I worked with Tsuyuki Sakura. Thank you. You write in the past perfect tense with gratitude. I kept writing things like, I worked with Hishikotaru sensei. Thank you. I worked with Keisuke Oshima. Thank you. It was a job that conveyed my heart. I wrote this repeatedly in the red notebook every day. As I did, the dreams I wrote began to gain more and more detail. For instance, I was able to work with Tsuyuki Sakura through web work. Thank you. I would remember where we met, and I would be approached to work together. I felt my dreams growing. This is the method of the dream notebook, and I hope you try it. It's important not just to write, but also to read back what you've written. So, the process is to write before going to bed, then wake up, sleep, and after waking up, read back your dreams. I turn on the snooze function and go back to sleep. I wake up to the beeping sound, then open my dream notebook again. I read it and then close it again. I use the snooze function and go back to sleep. It beeps, and during this drowsy state between sleeping and waking, it is said that dreams penetrate deeply into the subconscious. So, while using the snooze function several times, I often engaged in the process of unconsciously allowing my dreams to permeate my subconscious. As a result, I am now able to work with many people, including Dayu and Keisuke. This is beyond my imagination. I believe that without skills, those people wouldn't be able to work. I think that without skills it wouldn't be possible, but that's not the case at all. The reason is that I learned about YouTube after meeting Dayu Sakuraba, who took me to seminars. Thanks to being taken to study groups, I was able to acquire skills in YouTube and marketing which I now utilize to work. When I first met Dayu, I had no skills, but now I am able to work like this because everyone truly takes that first step together with wonderful people. I think some people feel like they want to do something but believe they lack skills. However, that's not true. You don't need skills. What you really need are a smile, energy, brightness, and love. What I mean is that I now have a YouTube team, and I work with the team members. The first person I wanted to work with in the YouTube team was an older man named Kira, who is in his 50s. He is a very large man, but I love the character's words, and I met him through YouTube. I was part of a university group, and Kira-kun was running a YouTube university called World's #1 YouTube University. Rekiraku-san joined that YouTube university. After the first term ended, around the middle of the second term, we went on a graduation trip to Kumano Kodo with the first term members. During that tour, I spent time in the hot springs with Kiraku-san, talking while soaking in the cold water. I thought he was a really nice person. So, when I thought about who I wanted to work with in my YouTube team, I thought that with Kiraku-san, it might be possible, so I started working with him for the first time. Then, there was a friend from the first term named Shino, who is really good at making thumbnails. So, I started the initial YouTube team with Kiraku-san and Shino. At that time, Kiraku-san had no skills. He did attend my YouTube school, but I didn't know anything about Hiraki-san's abilities. However, Hiraki-san is a really nice person. I thought about working together. Honestly, if someone is really nice, cheerful, and energetic, and if they like me or if they love someone like Dayu, I believe we can truly work together. Everyone makes excuses like, I don't have skills, and they don't step up. But it's not about that. It's about preparing an hour before starting and asking, is there anything I can do? Can I help? I did this even before working with Dayu and before working with Keisuke-san. I have been allowed to work in various settings. I never thought of it as volunteering or anything like that. I just went an hour early to help set up the chairs or asked, what should we do with the tables? Can I help? I was just doing those things. If you can do that, the distance between people gets closer. So, first of all, if there are people who want to work with various individuals like me, who want to work with those cool people who are speaking at the forefront, please do. I really hope to bring love, energy, courage, and smiles. I feel that I have been getting closer to the speakers and have started to be entrusted with work. If I hadn't had that period, I probably wouldn't have worked with Dayu, nor with Keisuke-san, and I might not have been able to work with everyone else either. I think everyone is probably thinking like this. They might think that they can't do it unless they learn. They probably believe that they can't do it unless they are taught. You can do it even without learning or being taught. If there is love, you can do it. If you want to be helpful to someone you like, that's all you need. That can lead to growth later on. So, if someone wants to work with a person like this, why not try getting closer? When you say, I really like you, please let me help with anything, how do you think that person would feel? If you help that person, and as a result their sales increase, how would you think they would feel about you? Wouldn't they want to give something back? I think that's how connections to work are formed. However, I really lack confidence. I get so nervous around such people that I can't say anything. In fact, I get too depressed thinking, I can't do anything. For those who feel that way, I would like to prepare a kind of workshop. The reason is that I was extremely negative until I was in my early 30s, lacking confidence and hating myself, not at all like the person I am now. I used to be that way. I was also bad at communication, so the fact that I am where I am now gives me the confidence to say that if everyone wants to be like me, they can definitely achieve it. From now on, I would like to prepare a time for discussing concerns, so please feel free to share your worries. Anything is fine. Please express your concerns. I don't think I can hear you directly, but I imagine what you're saying on the other side of the screen, and I will listen to your story. So please go ahead and speak. It's okay if you can't put it into words. It's completely fine if your testimony is not well articulated or organized. Please feel free to talk about anything. No matter how painful it is, please share. Yeah, it was tough. That's right. You might not know what to do anymore. Is it okay to cry at all? Let's cry. If that situation, if there is a step that can improve it even a little, what kind of step do you think that would be? Just go and try anything, please. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. That step. I really hope you do it. Definitely take that next step. I think things that can be seen will emerge. So please take that step boldly. I hope you will step in. Ah, is it advice? Yeah, that's right. I understand. I definitely think you can do it. I believe it will go well. I think it will be okay. Are you okay? You can definitely do it. You can do it. You can definitely do it. You can do it. You can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. It's okay. Are you okay? You can definitely do it. 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 It's okay. I will definitely go. Worries will eventually disappear. If you take one step at a time, they will definitely go away. It's okay. You can do it. You can definitely do it. You can definitely do it. So I hope you will take that first step. Of course. Yes. I don't just want to watch. I also want to take a step forward on my own path. So, I hope we can take that step together. Let's improve each other's lives with our own strength. It's easy to blame that person or this person, but don't you somehow think that won't change anything? Let's carve out our lives with our own hands. It will definitely be okay. Will it really be okay? Yes. That's all for now. How was it? Was I able to speak well? I often get invited to lectures, and during these events, people ask me for a handshake. I tell them that I can definitely do it while shaking hands, especially with those who come to me for advice. However, many people tend to cry during those moments. I thought that this might happen in Tokyo as well, so I decided to film a video that is like a first challenge in counseling. There are times when I feel down or have worries. So I really hope everyone will listen to that part multiple times and take the time to calm their hearts. I often direct questions to my discussion partners in various videos, and in March, I had the opportunity to meet Bashar in Los Angeles, USA. At that time, I asked Bashar, what can we do to stop disasters from occurring in Japan? He told me that if we can help people live their own lives, we can minimize phenomena. So, when I film collaboration videos with various people, I ask them, what can we do for each individual to be able to live their own life? Everyone really prepares various answers, and they are all wonderful. I truly believe that all the videos I have released are fantastic, and I sincerely hope you will watch them. In that context, when I think back on what was necessary to live my life more authentically, there is one thing comes to mind. If I had a time machine and could go back to convey a message to my past self, there is something I would definitely say. Can I share that? If I were to meet my past self, I would tell him to spend money on himself more boldly. This life is... Whose life is it? It's your life, right? Who is responsible for it? It's not someone else. You are responsible for yourself. Aren't you being swayed by catchy things around you? Aren't you distracted by nearby entertainment? I want you to boldly pay to learn what you wish to learn. If you do that, there is definitely a world waiting for you beyond that. I want you to invest properly in yourself. In a few years, Recently, I've been thinking about something. We really should spend money on what is truly important. For me, my work tool is my computer, so I invest in it. I also spend money on things related to my work, my health, and skincare. Haven't you wanted to take care of yourself until now? Do you spend money on what is important? It's essential to recognize that you are worth investing in. What do you think? It's fine to learn. If there's something you are interested in, I want you to go learn it yourself. Then, you'll meet like-minded people along the way, and your world will continue to expand. I want you to spend money boldly for yourself. You are worth spending money on. People say they don't have money, but if you learn, it will definitely come back to you. However, the key point here is not to leave it to others. Don't be dependent. I want you to learn to become independent, to stand on your own and live your life. I want you to learn to become an adult. For that, I want you to learn about the heart and acquire skills to grow into adulthood. As a result, I am here in this world as your future, so I hope you will learn well, invest money, and commit to your path. No, if there were a time machine that could take me back to the past, I would definitely want to convey this message. Suddenly, I think this has become a bit of a longer video, but in my life, the process of healing from my past was necessary. I was negative and lacked confidence. Therefore, I needed a home to heal my heart. I needed time to reflect on myself, to learn and build my confidence. I also needed time to acquire skills one by one and to be of help to others. I realized that I could be someone who deserves to receive money for making others happy by spending money for them. It was a bit of a long video, but I think it would be good if you could watch this video multiple times, especially whenever worries arise, even just the counseling part. I hope you can watch it many times, so thank you for your support. If you have good comments, I would like to film another version, so I would appreciate your comments. Thank you for watching today as well. I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel and give positive feedback. Please check the description. I participate in various events, so I would be really happy if you could check the description and come visit each venue. I will continue to do my best in the future, so thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching today as well. I will keep working hard.
誰かのために一生懸命に生きていくって楽しい誰かが見てる神様も